We are live, everybody. Hi.
Hello, Explorers. Welcome to our live show on June 19th, 2019. So thank you, everyone who is here. It looks like we do have a couple people that are joining us. So thank you so much.
Wednesday, in case you forgot the day, too, since you have problems with the dates.
Well, usually I have just in general. But who do we have here tonight, Greg?
We have Bob from Bob and Ashley. Say hi,
What's
Bob.
up, guys? How are you guys doing tonight?
We are good. We just want to know, can you build a snowman right now in Florida?
Right now, no. He'd be a little wet.
Oh, slush.
All right, we have...
I don't think you want to build him the way that the shirt is saying anyways.
Yeah, probably not.
So we might have Ashley on a little bit later. Currently, she's doing other things. So we might have her joining a little bit later. But we are going to have a show tonight. This is our Disney show. So we're going to be talking about Disney.
Hey, did you unclick it for me? Because Rob said it's stuck on me.
Oh. Now it's probably going to be stuck on us.
Hey, Rob. Welcome to the show. And Danny McGlone, we got on the show. And we have Bob and Ashley on here.
Yeah, Bob's not a big draw. without Ashley.
Okay, we should be jumping around now. So we just wanted to focus on Bob today.
This?
That's something that is for the cameraman. So
Rob said just make sure it's not highlighted.
Yeah, we're good now.
Rob Satter just came on.
Welcome.
So we're just going to give it a little bit of time before we start going into our topics.
You know how I like to be organized. This is my organization tonight. So we are going to do like Gregory likes to do. Gregory.
Wow, did you just change my name?
And
Did you say that because that story I told you guys the other night about Bobbly?
Bobbly and Gregory.
God.
So we are just going to have a
Drop the
bit
rope
of
just
fun.
came on. Hey.
Talk about Disney stuff. It's our Disney show tonight. And with it, we have Mickey joining us from
Disney
Starbucks.
shirts.
Yes, and with it, we have our Dilly glass with Toby Keith's
I have
from
raspberry
Vegas.
iced tea.
This is just watermelon lemonade.
Cheers. Dilly. Cheers to Bob. And he has water, right?
I just have water tonight, yeah. And it's in my usual live stream glass. Or should I say plastic cup that I got at the movie theater.
That's awesome. We just got Jim. More sunshine, please. Welcome.
Hey, Jim.
RVing to Disney, Runaway Tour. Oh, Runaway Toys.
Runaway Toys?
Tours. These are all from RobFuz. Thanks, Rob. Jim for More Sunshine, please. Awesome. And we also had, I saw Nurse Nancy's name in here. So welcome, guys. So thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah.
I see Jim just said he got his Toy Story tickets.
Oh, awesome.
We're seeing that Saturday, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
And I think we said hello to Danny McGlone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Danny, this is has some tequila in it, 2 shots, margarita, ginger, lemonade, and watermelon. So that would be a nice little summer drink.
That's his way of saying it's healthy with the watermelon.
It is, definitely.
It almost looks like an experiment.
It's Tina, the cruising librarian, who joined us on our Norwegian Bliss cruise. Welcome.
And little Oz Laurel. Laurel
from Australia. Welcome.
Awesome.
All right, Greg. So, I mean, this is kind of a little bit of a different show for us tonight. But any news that you can think of?
Oh, there's lots of news. Bob has news too. We have news. So it's kind of just a matter of who wants to say what. But
we have
Toy Story 4 is coming out on Friday or Thursday night for those that are doing the late first showings. What?
We have Applets and Cotlets having a 20% off. I don't know why I brought that in here, but
okay. So
that's news.
Back to Toy Story. So I'm really excited about Toy Story 4 because I think it's kind of picking up from where the last one left off. What was her name? Bonnie? Is it Bonnie? I think.
I don't remember.
The
Bonnie.
New girl.
Bonnie, yeah. So that's a new girl. It's a sister.
Oh, wait. What is the...
It's Andy's sister.
Oh, okay. No, what's the other...
You even watch Disney?
Yes. What was the name of the new girl that he gave the toys to? Because we've only seen Toy Story 3 once in the theater. So, but she's in it. So it kind of takes place from that storyline, but I forgot her name. But
Sally.
it's not Sally. But anyway, it's going to take place from that. I don't know too much about the movie. I don't want to know that much because I want to be surprised. But they were talking about doing a 5th one, so this might not be the final one. So we'll see all kinds of rumors on that.
Well, it could be another one without the main characters, with new characters. They can always go. They can always go whatever route because
But how could you have Toy Story without Buzz and Woody?
Depends on how the new characters take off.
There you go.
Yeah, you can't imagine a whole trilogy with Forky.
Did you say hello to RVing to Disney?
I
Welcome.
don't think I did. I'm sorry.
We
were talking, but welcome.
We have Disney Nerd Herders. Welcome, guys, as well as Katie Burr, who was with us on our Norwegian Bliss. She lives all the way in Hawaii, so aloha.
Hey, did you see yesterday they started building the Mardi Gras?
Yes. So those cruise fans are in here. I don't know if you guys seen it, but they have been releasing it on the internet. The Mardi Gras is the newest ship from Carnival.
Captain Acorn 27, welcome.
Welcome. They are currently building like 3 ships. The Panorama is what we're going to be going on in 2021. The Mardi Gras, which is going to be in this later.
We're going on it next October.
Yeah, 2020 is when it's going to be released. And so they just laid that down. So that was pretty interesting to see. A lot of good talk about that because that's going to be what they call one of their mega ships, which their other ships, like the Panorama, has over 4,000 passengers. So that's still a pretty good size. That's the size of the NCL Bliss.
Yeah, they call their new line of ships XL.
Extra large, yep.
I don't know.
It's so original.
I know that there's another Disney movie out right now, Aladdin, and I've been kind of wondering if Jim from More Sunshine Please has seen it yet, because I know he said he was going to be waiting a little bit, but he hasn't really said anything on his shows that I know of if he's seen it or not. So maybe Jim can answer that in the chat. You guys, did you see it, Bob?
No, it came down yesterday. We were going to see a movie, and we went with Men in Black International instead.
Yeah, I heard that was really good too. I know you told me that little alien guy like stole the show. So that
it was a fun movie. It's exactly what you probably expect it to be. That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Men in Black franchise. So if it's anything like the others, then I won't be disappointed. But Aladdin, what?
I spiked up my hair and I didn't put it down, so it's sticking straight.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering what you were doing with your hair, but it's a new look, I guess. Wow. Okay. What did you think about Aladdin, Derick?
When I first watched Aladdin,
Jim has not seen it.
Aladdin?
He hasn't seen it yet.
I'll tell you the
No,
ending.
this is non-spoiler review here.
When it first started, I thought, to me, it seemed very much like the animated feature. And then people keep saying that after the Cave of Wonders is when it changed, or during the Cave of Wonders.
Cage of what? Wow, you haven't even like broken into that dilly yet.
That's a whole new movie. That it picked up for them. To me, it didn't pick up till after that, and it went on its own way. And at first I was relating it to the movie, to the cartoon, to the live feature. But by the end of the movie, I was finding myself not even paying attention to like thinking, oh, that happened there. And it kind of took a way on its own. And by the end of the movie, I thought there was a lot of differences, enough differences that I liked what they did to it. So I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, I think we talked about our scoring. You said you didn't really like it, but you gave it an 8, which to me means you liked it.
I liked it, but I didn't like some of the major changes. I was expecting one part, which I can't say, that they do in the cartoon, but they didn't do in the live action movie. So that kind of disappointed me. I think they were trying to do something new and make up for that with something else. But I know we're talking to riddles here because I don't know who has seen it, but I thought it was still a good movie. So it just wasn't better than Beauty and the Beast. However, I know Lion King is probably going to blow both of those movies out of the water. So
How odd would it be if Lion King wasn't good at all?
I would be very shocked if it bombed, and I highly doubt.
I'm not saying it's going to bomb. I'm just saying if it wasn't good.
Oh, I can't imagine it. I mean, I don't know what they could really do differently, and I mean, they could probably do a couple things in the live action that are not in the cartoon. I think they have a couple extra songs, but it's an all-star cast, so.
Well, they have to do different anyway because it's going to be a full-length feature, so it's going to be longer than the cartoon.
Yeah, I mean,
so that's where you get your differences, like your Aladdin, the stuff that you didn't like, or they had to change that to go into a live action format. Otherwise, if they do it shot for shot, it's still a cartoon, just done with actors.
This part they didn't have to change. I can't tell you where it's at, but
it's been out long enough that
Yeah, that's fine.
They could have kept it the way it was, but did they kill Jasmine?
No.
Then it's not really a big spoiler because was the ending different from the cartoon?
Kind of, a little bit, yeah.
Just a little, right?
I just can't say. I don't want to ruin it, but I think Lion King is going to be really good. It's an all-star cast, and I know Aladdin was at least 2 hours, if not a little over. I'm pretty sure Lion King's going to be the same. So
just like Jim brought up, is this Cage of Wonders, was that on Cinemax late night?
He said Greg gave it an 8 out of 10, but didn't love it. That logic can only be found in the Cage of Wonders.
The Cage of Wonders. It wasn't a total loss movie.
It's a whole new cave.
It wasn't a total bomb. It just wasn't as good as Beauty and the Beast.
So, Bob, we didn't really do this since we're kind of winging it, but introduce yourself and your channel and kind of what you do.
We did do that.
We're going to do it again.
Hey, this is Bob. The better half of Bob and Ashley.
Oh, wow. Don't let Ashley.
No, we know that's a lie. We just do what we like doing. You guys know that. We like having fun and like bringing you guys along for the ride. If if you guys watch one of our videos, believe me, it really means a lot because there's a lot of other channels and videos out there, and for somebody to even pick and watch ours, it's very humbling. So like I say at the end of how we close out our videos, except for this last one because we forgot to do an ending. Don't waste a day, every day is a gift. And that's how we feel every day, like our YouTube channel and our YouTube life is a gift.
And it looks like you have been doing some rough drafts kind of thing of new shirts that you might be having in the future. So that's
Jim's been working on that. And I have a couple more ideas for him because Jim's awesome. Don't forget to check out his Sunshine Nation. Be part of it.
More sunshine, please. Which
guess what time it is?
An official chat check.
I think it's time for. Do you hear Jim yelling?
Chat check. Is that how he does it?
That's how he does it.
You did it a little low. He usually goes chat check.
Chat check brought to you by More Sunshine, please. More sunshine, please.
Where the sun never sets.
Oh, you know what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is the anniversary of Every Day's a Gift. It was a year ago tomorrow that I had my heart attack. And that's where the Every Day is a Gift. Don't waste a day. Every Day is a Gift came from.
Well, it's awesome that you're doing really well after all that. So we're all grateful.
Not 100%, but it's getting there slowly.
So some of the news, you have Disney Nerd Herders. They are going to Walt Disney World. So they should have an awesome time over there. So good luck, guys. Hope you guys have a great trip. I know you're going to meet up with some other YouTubers out there. So I'm looking forward to see what you guys come up with. But have a blast. Looking forward to that, though. And then we also had Danny McGlone who said, did Derick have a drink before the live? I didn't. But and haven't had a whole lot. And this is, I forgot, this is a habanero tequila, which makes it a little bit more spicy. So you have the sweet and the spicy. So that's really good.
Arvine to Disney says, I don't know about Lion King. I'm curious how it will go, a full CGI movie. I think this is the first time Disney actually has done a live action movie that's full CGI. Because the Lion King really doesn't count because they did have humans in that. Or not Lion King, sorry. The Jungle Book does have humans in it, so it doesn't count as a full CGI non-human movie.
Isn't that what all Pixar movies are? CGI?
Okay, full
Live action.
CGI.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious. I don't know. Jim would know for sure.
Disney Nerd Herder said, Bob and Ashley, thanks for subbing to us. We were floored.
Floored.
Yeah, Jim just put there was a legit tornado warning at Ashley called me on her way to her mom's and said there was one reported around Bay Lake. Either a funnel cloud or a water spout.
Oh, wow. That's
crazy. Well, you guys have been having rain like crazy lately.
I think the Disney Nerd Herders are getting here at the right time because it looks like tomorrow the rain starts pulling back. I think it went from like 80-90% today, which it's still raining now here, to like 20% tomorrow.
Arvine at Disney said, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that at Bob and Ashley. You're a tough cookie." So I think they're talking about tomorrow being a year from when you went through everything.
Thank you.
So we just have we're just kind of, it's just a Disney chat today, just talking about news and different topics and things. As the screen went black. Hey, we're back. So I know things are getting a little bit more crazier for Galaxy's Edge. I almost say Guardians of the Galaxy. And it's going to be officially opening next week to the public. So I can only imagine the crowds of people that are going to be trying to even get their big toe into that place. So
you know what's great about that? By the time we get there in August, all these people, it should be pretty routine by then. Hopefully.
Hope.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well, and also in California, a lot of the schools start going back in August. You guys are going midweek, so you might have a better chance for it to be less crowded there.
Well, you know what they just down here, they came up with the pass holder previews. Only if you're platinum or above.
Yeah,
and
so
then
familiar with that. Explain that because some people might not know what's going on with that.
Well, you have the gold and silver passes, which usually when there's a pass holder preview, I think gold pretty much has always been invited to them. But now with the Star Wars one, you have to be above gold. Gold, I think we're blacked out for a week or two at Christmas time and maybe a week at Easter. That's it for the whole year. But to upgrade would be another, I think, $140 per person just to get those 3 weeks. So for us to upgrade just to go to Galaxy's Edge would be $280. And we'd only go a couple days before we go to Disneyland anyway, so we're just going to stick with our gold passes.
And what they were saying too is that they announced price increases of them, some as much as $150 per one, so people couldn't pay before.
Yeah, it's effective immediately too.
Yeah, exactly. They raised the prices, and then the next day they made an announcement about the getting the reservations or pass holders stuff into it. So
because Ashley's family that all lives out of state, her cousins and stuff that are always down here, he I don't know if he called her or they were messaging. He said their annual pass went over $1,000 a year now for the out of state passes.
We used at one time, we had the Premier Passport, which is for both Walt Disney World and Disneyland.
Yeah, we did that once.
Yeah, I've done it twice. And the reason we did it is because we went to Walt Disney World twice, and we went frequently at that time to Disneyland. It made more sense for us to do that. When I think we did it, it was about $1,400.
Mm-hmm.
Now with these new prices, they're going up to, I believe it was $1,949. Now it's $2,049 for the Premier Pass, which is for both parts. And unless it's changed, you have to pay that all up front. You can't do the monthly payments. Now, how we got by that is we bought the highest pass and made monthly payments. And when we were ready to do the Premier Passport for both parts, we went and paid, but we had to pay the difference, which was like $600. That's crazy.
Yeah, that stinks. Because we thought about that, doing that, coming down for the week when we're going to be there. Financially, it was easier to get 2 5-day passes and get the park hopper and the max pass thrown on top. It's still cheaper.
Yeah, and the thing is do you think it's going to stop people from paying that extra cost, or do you think is Disney finally starting to price themselves? I mean, everyone says that every time they raise the prices,
but the crowds don't dwindle. I think it's just going to backfire on them because
I don't. You know, you say I think they're only trying to do crowd control by raising prices. That's it.
But it doesn't work because the crowds are still there.
And I think in the back of Disney's mind, people are still going to pay for it. Welcome, Pepper Tree Villa.
I was going to say
Lucky Minute.
I have the Lucky Minute. Amanda, welcome. And
excuse me, that was sponsored by you guys, right?
Brought to you by D&G Explorers, the burp people.
Wow.
So we also, since we live in California, we also had the little flyer coming about the new passport, which just came into.
Oh yeah, the Disney Flex one that I told you about last week.
So it's kind of interesting.
One of my coworkers, or two of my coworkers, or a couple, they got it and told me about it.
Yeah. So a little bit about this new pass. For the most part, there are a few blackout periods where you can't go at any time. That's usually around Christmas. But Monday through Thursday, there is no block at all unless there's the big blackout period. But for Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays, you have to request reservations, and you can book those reservations as long as 30 days in advance. So this is definitely a crowd control. So this pass is $599. With it, you get the 10% off the Disney merchandising. You get the 10% off Disney discounts.
So you get the free parking.
Admissions? No, you don't. You only get that with the two top ones. You get admissions to one or both parks.
What are the two top ones?
The lower ones. These are the more expensive ones.
The Disney okay, so the parking is right here.
We'll
so it's Disney Signature and Disney Signature Plus.
Yes. So $599. It is a lesser cost because the top one, which is the Disney Signature Plus, is $1,399. So basically $1,400. With that, you get a 20% discount compared to 20%. And you also get a dining discount of 15% compared to 10%. So you get that with the two top ones.
Turn the air back on.
At 20%.
Jenny H just said, what's the max you would pay?
The one we looked at it, we didn't buy a passport last year and we didn't buy a passport this year. And the reason is because we started cruising more. So we don't have the money to do a lot of
cruising. But let's say like you, if you lived an hour away like we do, what would be the max you'd want to pay? Because I don't even know what the residence pass is in California.
The residence pass is the SoCal Select is $399. If I was going to be there a lot, I would probably pay the $13.99. I would probably pay the top one. The way we looked at it, though, is how many times are we going to visit, and was it going to be cost effective? Because the last year we had a pass, we really didn't make some use out of the pass, unfortunately. So that's why we decided not to go forward. And we figured we're probably going to go to Disneyland maybe twice a year. So paying $1,400 to go twice a year, or maybe because we used to have to go like on a Friday and a Saturday. It's not worth it for us, though. But if we were there close, I would pay the $1,400 because you're going to get a lot of that discount back from the parking. You're going to get it from the dining and also the souvenir.
Wait, $1,400 for a pass just to Disneyland and California Adventure?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too much.
If I'm gonna be there all the time,
it's a park hopper too.
Ours here is under $1,000 for that.
Did you mention Jenny H?
Yes, that's why we're talking about this, Gregory.
Oh, sorry. Well, I had to go turn our air on because it's stifling in here.
It's 102 here in Central California.
It is. Oh, my watch is on low power. 73 degrees here.
And luckily we're not that humid on it.
And then they have the rain. You guys need to bring the rain over here with you.
We had a lot of rain. This is the most rain we've ever had at any year since I've been here since 1977. We had tons of rain this year, so I don't know what the weather's going to be like in the summer. Well, we are in the summer. Ruth Voorhees is here. Welcome.
RVing to Disney said, I don't think the price increase is going to change anything. TBH, before the price increase, it was expensive. The median household income is around 60,000 in America and didn't stop anyone then. So why now?
Because Galaxy's Edge is opening.
Excuse me. It's not like they have to make up for their costs of what they paid to even build it. They're not hurting for money, but they do it every year. So
well, just think about the parking. Just think about what people pay for parking. I haven't seen any major work on any parking lots anywhere in the last 10 years.
They are doing it here for Disney. They're building a whole new parking structure because of Galaxy's Edge. So I don't know if it supposed to be Star Wars themed, like a Star Wars name. You think?
I think that's what they were saying.
Okay, it kind of looks kind of galactic the way they have like this circular thing. It almost looks like a spaceship type thing, but
we thought they were building a monorail link to, which wouldn't have made sense.
It's just a walking path bridge over the main street.
And they said that's supposed to be all completed over there by July. They said
that's gonna be pretty quick because they didn't have any structure even being done in the street area. It was on each side, but nothing connecting yet. They have to build the pillars and stuff.
So you guys are what, 6 hours away from Disneyland?
About, depending how fast you drive, maybe 5.
It's depending. Yeah, it could be anywhere from 4.5 to 5.5, just depending on the traffic. Welcome more Florida fanatics. Florida fanatics.
You're cut off.
I haven't even drank that much.
I know, that's the scary part.
On my shirt it says, "Do you want to build a snowman?" And it's got the Night King, Anna and Elsa, and Olaf's head. If you want to see it, can you see it?
It's
It's family friendly, obviously.
So I did save a posting where it said Disneyland and Lyft become rideshare partners as Star Wars Galaxy's Edge reservation period comes to an end. So Disneyland announced that the Lyft rideshare partnership will begin, at that time it was today, June 18th. So we don't have the Mickey or the mini van traveling service like you guys have in Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we're ever going to get that. I
it
guess
would
we're
make
not,
sense.
We're not sophisticated enough for
well,
that.
the area in Anaheim is so small. It would be a golf cart. It wouldn't be
a golf cart.
It wouldn't be a minivan.
No. So
it would be a goof cart is what they would call it.
So do you think that's going to take away from the magic of Disney that they're partnering with Lyft?
Nah.
No.
If they're partnering, they're making something out of it. So,
have you used the minivans yet?
We've never used any kind of Lyft, Uber, or anything, and we probably won't until we get to Disneyland. So, yeah, we can talk about it when we're walking around the park in Disneyland.
Too bad they don't have the minivan for you guys. That would have been cool. What do you think?
But so, the minivan here has a set price. Every one way is $20.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna.
What did that say? I'm sorry, I was looking at the chat.
Disneyland and Lyft are become rideshare partners as Star Wars Galaxy's Edge reservations come to a close.
I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know how they would utilize that here. Wow, that's interesting.
So the Galaxy's Edge reservation only period ends June 23rd.
That's this Sunday, right?
So that, correct. Well, wait, that's Disneyland announced that the Lyft rideshare partnership will begin. Okay, so they're showing
the minivan is run by Lyft.
Yeah,
in Walt Disney World.
Well, they're saying Disney and Lyft have been partnering since 2017 on the minivan short list. Okay, so at Walt Disney World, on the minivan service, it's been doing that since 2017. So now Disneyland is announcing a rideshare with us, but we don't have minivans. So taxis, Uber, and other rideshare operators will continue to be able to use Disneyland pickup drop-off area. Lyft official said competitors won't be able to drop off and pick up riders at designated Lyft locations that will be marked by signs. So basically, it's just for the partnership of Lyft to use their areas.
So it might be.
So that now more people will choose Lyft because they can get closer to the park.
Yeah,
basically.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that people staying at local hotels can use Lyft and get there. That would make more sense for them to do that.
And I know that they started doing parking charges for at Walt Disney World about a year ago. I think it is now, right?
No, actually, it's always been overnight parking, but it's always been tucked into your bill for the room.
Okay, so increase the parking rates for overnight guests at Disney World Resort hotels is happening as well. So what happens if you just have a visitor, like just visiting you and then leaving? Do they have to get charged for something too?
No, they don't. They don't. Like if you're going to visit somebody staying in a hotel, they don't charge you to go and visit them.
So Disney Value Resorts is $15 per night, increased from $13. Disney Moderate Resorts is $20 per night, increased from $19. Disney Deluxe and Deluxe Villa Resorts is $25. She must be there. Tell her to join us if she wants.
Are you telling her she's barking?
No. Wow. So not much of a price increase actually, but still it's an increase and it adds up.
Hold on.
Wow.
One moment.
Our flow is not flowing right now.
Let it flow. Let it flow.
So Sharon at Sea.
Hold on.
Hi guys.
Wait.
You said dilly dilly. I guess we're doing the chat check.
Chat check brought to you by More Sunshine, Please. More Sunshine, Please. Life is but a dream. There's a couple more that I have to come up with. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes. Sharon at Sea is here. Welcome.
RVing to Disney.
Dilly dilly.
Do you think
Dilly
eventually, dilly dilly, do you think eventually Disneyland will have a new entrance exit into the park? Sort seems like a liability with one. I know there is more, but the public doesn't know most of them. There's only one entrance to Disneyland. Are you talking about?
She said there's more, but the public doesn't know about most of them.
Are you talking about for parking or just to walk?
The new entrance
walk
into the park.
They have other entrances, like if you're staying at the hotels at Disneyland, they have the side entrances that you have to go through security, and then you get in that way.
Or the monorail.
Or the monorail. They also have the magic early hours for people that are staying at the hotels. They go through that. So Bob and Ashley, they should be able to utilize that as well.
I couldn't see them building another park entrance, because especially with Disneyland, because it's a story that they're telling and they're bringing you into a certain period. So I don't see them doing
like the main entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's nothing like going through that main entrance and you see the plaque. So when you guys go through it, Bob, you'll have to read that plaque as you're walking through, because it just adds to the magic, I think, and the history of Disneyland.
Reading adds to the magic somehow.
Huh?
Reading adds to the magic?
Yep.
Okay.
Reading the plaque. We have a copy of the plaque. Here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. And where are we at? Sharon, wait, is it? This moved on me. What happened? I think Sharon at Sea was asking what you were drinking, Derick.
Call it a toxic mess. It
has watermelon.
Yeah, it's a habanero tequila that I make, and then it is it's a Canada Dry ginger lemonade, and then watermelon in it with a tequila.
That's his excuse to say it's healthy. It's watermelon.
It's a summer drink, so yes.
Adventures of David and Aaron just came back. Welcome, guys.
All right, guys. So it is time to talk about our Spotlight channel,
which I have no idea who it is because you never told me.
So those of you who are creators in the channel on here, please put creators in there, what you guys are currently working on, and getting you guys recognized. Our goal this year,
put your links and news out.
Year 2 is to give you guys a shout out, but to say thank you basically for all the support you've given us, and it's our way to pay it forward. Saying that we are newly added to the liveplace.com. So it is a channel sponsored by Dean that hosts lists all the live shows. I think a lot of the creators in here are on that. So thank you, Dean, for providing that for that. But it's called the liveplace.com is the name of that. So really good place for that. want to thank our moderators who are here helping us out tonight, our support channels, which is Jim for more sunshine, please. More sunshine, please. Can I have some more sunshine, please? Bob and Ashley, This Life of Ours. We also have a newly added one to that, which are in here now, and that is The Adventures of David and Aaron. So welcome to you guys. And we also have our power channel, which is RobFuz, who's done a lot to help us. He's in here too, so thank you, Rob, for all the help that you do for us. Our support channel is...
You can't talk today. You said RobFuz.
RobFuz. So our spotlight channel is Adventures of David and Aaron. So
awesome.
These guys are California boys. They're from the Palm Springs area, and they've shown nothing but support. It's really cool because I see these guys on other channels. They're on other Disney channels. They're watching live shows on the Disney ones. These guys are really a cruising one. They love Carnival. They're releasing Carnival videos currently, but they've shown so much support of others, and we've met them for a while. We've been getting to know them, so they've become good friends with ours. We're hoping to meet them when we go on our panorama cruise in 2021. They won't be able to make it, but we are hoping to meet them in person, maybe even a Disney trip. So Spotlight channel that we'll put in the links at the end of the video is Adventures of David and Aaron. Some really cool guys.
So Jim with More Sunshine, please. If you guys haven't checked out his vlog from yesterday, he went to my favorite park at Walt Disney World, Magic Kingdom. And poor Jim, it was raining cats and dogs, so he was just wet from head to toe. But he trekked through it and gave us a great show. Took us on the People Mover. He took us through the park. And then it ended on the Jungle Cruise. I think maybe his battery just went out and he called that his ending. But it was a really good show. I was driving, so I was trying to listen and look a little bit, but pay attention more to driving. But if you guys haven't checked out his vlog from yesterday, highly recommend it. So, and he has an awesome channel.
Jim supports so many different people. He's such an awesome guy. We are so looking forward to meeting Bob and Ashley, and also Jim from More Sunshine, please. So we're gonna have a really good time at D23.
He said it was fun, even in the rain. We've well, my voice. We Disneyland is really cool in the rain too. And I think the last time we went to the actual inside of the park at California Adventures, it was pouring cats and dogs also.
You know the big difference between California and Florida when it rains? Californians don't know how to react to the rain and they go away. So you don't have a crowded park. In Florida, I'm sure they pretty much stick around, but in California, they leave the park. So it's a good chance for you to enjoy things around there.
So I'm going to hope for rain when we go, so everybody will leave.
I don't think you'll have that in August.
Was that actually that was there, Bob?
I don't know. It's.
I was going to say, she can come on the show if she wanted to.
She looks familiar, but.
Oh, she's there? Is she there?
Yeah, she's there.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
We are very good, very good. We're roasting out here in the heat, but we're doing very good.
So welcome Bob and Ashley to the show.
Like I said earlier, the better half is here. The main draw is finally here.
Oh, Nellie?
No, you.
So,
Adventures of David Aaron said, "Thanks, guys. We appreciate your kind words." And
Our being today.
Yeah, so that's really cool.
So are we going to talk about the last part, the Walt Disney World?
We'll talk about whatever. Sure, we can talk about whatever. It's this.
So we have a lot of things which are coming.
We're winging it, Ashley.
Oh no!
Before the show, Derek said, "These are my notes." Show him the notes.
Blank pieces of.
Oh,
and I showed Derek, and I said, "This is my note."
I love the notes.
We had some kind of.
I failed today. But we were kind of laughing that some friends of ours, we were planning already on going to Disney World in 2021. What days we were going, what would it look like
for the 50th anniversary.
We were trying to decide, do we want to be there on the 50th? Do we want to be there in like the month after it, and we decided we're gonna brave it, and we're gonna be there on the 50th. So
Awesome.
we're days that what it would look like.
You're gonna have special stuff on the day, I'm sure, and it's
Oh,
probably
yeah,
only
always
for that day. I would think.
Exactly. So are you?
You're probably going to want to stay at the Contemporary too, so you can walk over.
We thought about that, and
We're trying to look at costs and things
because
too.
we were thinking of the Wilderness Lodge, but I was telling them the downside of that is you have to catch a boat to cross the water.
But that's like my favorite way to get to the Magic Kingdom is to take the boat across the lake.
It is.
It's so fun.
But then we're thinking about how early are the boats going to run?
That's true.
And then will there be already a long line there? So
that's why you want to go to the Contemporary so you can walk over.
That's what I was.
If you can get the Contemporary.
And even if it's like the night before, because we're probably going to leave on the 2nd. The 1st is on a Friday. We'll probably leave back home on the 2nd, and the beginning of the week we'll be exploring the parks.
Well, the scary thing is that they're raising the prices now for everything. Just think of what it's going to be in 2021 for the 50th. They're probably going to raise them even more. So we're going to have to look at a lot of pricing and stuff too.
Plus, it's going to hit. They're going to capacity. Probably pretty early too.
Are you guys? Would you? I know you like to avoid like grand openings and all that.
We're already in line.
What?
We're already in line.
Oh,
That's one we, we're not going to miss that one. We'll be there.
So who else out there is thinking about going to the 50th and being there on the day? So Jim, what do you think?
I could see Jim there front and center.
I couldn't see him there front and center.
I think he would do it for this. This is a big.
50 is the big one. That's if it's going to be the biggest one in all of our lifetimes.
Yeah, anyone who's anyone is going to be there. I'm sure.
Are we anyone?
Everybody's going to be there.
Except for Cat Rose, not her.
So they said, Jim said TGAH. Thank God Ashley's here. And then
Jim.
See, originally they said if we get Bob on, maybe Ashley will show up.
Is that what they said?
That was their plan.
Oh, I see.
I just played along with it. I was like, maybe I'll tell her they don't want her on.
Oh wow!
The Disney Nerd said,
on.
Didn't the 25th anniversary last about a year and a half? The 50th celebration will last that long as well. Yeah,
or 2 years.
Yeah,
the celebration will, but being there on October or whatever it is, 2021, that's the day you have to be there.
Yeah, that'll be special because I'm sure they're going to have special pins just for that day. They'll probably have special annual pass holder pins just for that day.
Oh, they will.
To make people want to buy them.
Oh, wow. I forgot about that.
That's
Florida Fanatic said depends when it is. So October 1st, 2021, which is a Friday. And that is...
How'd you know, Rain Man?
What?
It's the same day every year.
A Friday? October 1st isn't the same every year.
He's already looked into it. He's a planner.
But he said it like Rain Man would have.
He has a calendar.
we were looking at flights, but the flights aren't available that early. So
like, wait, what? Rain Man?
October 1st, it was a sunny day. It rained. Judge Wapner was on at 7.
Definitely rained.
October 1st, 1971 is when the park opened.
Movie, actually.
But we're thinking about even doing a red eye Friday night into Saturdays and possibly even going to Universal Studios that first day.
Well, Pepper Tree Villa, so we're going for the 50th in late November, early December 2021. Doug, Ben, and I want to see all the Christmas decorations.
Well, the good news, Derek, the Haggard's ride will probably be fixed by then in a normal running time.
Yes, we'll have to talk about that one too.
Jim said WGW and I were both born in 1971. We share a special connection nobody else understands. So you're going to be there, right, Jim, on the 50th?
I'd say that's yeah.
He was
a special connection,
October 1st.
See, Derek, this is what Ashley goes through all the time when I cut her off.
Yeah, I'm like, you're cutting them off. They're trying to talk.
That's what she goes through all the time.
No, it's okay. I'm talking and I hear like something and I'm like, wait, is he talking? And I just finished my sentence, so I'm not trying to be rude. If I stop mid-sentence, it's going to like be stuck and I'm going to have to get it out.
Hey, Juan.
Juan Rodriguez is
Hey,
here.
Juan Rodriguez.
Welcome.
And we hope to, I think we are going to meet him for sure at Disneyland. So that'd be cool.
Yes. Should be a lot of fun out there. Also, Pepper Tree Villa, they put a request to go with Jim on the not Ichabod's Wild Ride. Was it Mr. Toad's Wild Adventure? They want to go on a ride with him on that.
I've never been on this Ichabod's ride. What is this?
It's not Ichabod.
I watch.
It's Mr. Toad. Well, the DVD comes with Mr.
Yeah.
Toad and the Ichabod together.
What's
But-
an Ichabod?
Ichabod.
Ichabod
Crane.
You're saying Ichabod.
It's a character.
Ichabod.
Ichabod.
It's Ichabod. Is it Ichabod?
I put Ichabod.
Ichabod with a D.
Oh, yeah. Ichabod Crane. See, you got me saying it wrong. Ichabod.
That sounds like something I would have said.
Ichabod. Yeah.
So a little bit about the Hagrid ride. And they were saying that some people had to wait 10 hours and it was breaking down. They now are starting
That's why
to,
it was 10 hours.
because they're trying to make sure the ride is getting the proper maintenance. They're not allowing the ride to start until 12 at noon.
Oh,
For the
wow.
next couple of weeks.
Next couple of weeks. Florida Fanatics said we went and rode Hagrid, not opening day though. That was too crazy. So Florida Fanatics, what did you think of that? How did you like it?
Well, did you hear they had the ride had shown signs of wear before it even opened?
Oh,
On
seriously?
parts of the track that they didn't even expect it to wear at.
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying that at some point. But yeah, hopefully they fixed it. I don't know if it's what.
Yeah.
They just said,
I think I hate Ichabod's ride. I give it an 8 out of 10.
Oh my gosh.
that Greg said earlier.
Jim, you're just never gonna let me live that down, are you? I'm hoping that this ride is worth them tearing down the
Dueling
Dragons or what? Well, they didn't call it that when
or
it
the
was
Harry Potter.
Yeah, I forgot what they called it for Harry Potter. But that was a cool ride, and I mean the theming was like perfect. So hopefully this is gonna be worth it. I don't even think it goes upside down or high, like up in the air or anything. I don't know too much about it. So
No, it's a family coaster, so it won't.
yeah.
Just like Slinky Dog doesn't go upside down.
Okay. Yeah. I mean the theming looks really cool. You could tell because they redid the whole entrance of it and everything. So
It's supposed to have like the longest one in the state, plus the most amount of launches and drops and stuff. So
oh wow.
It looks fun. Welcome, Cat Rose.
Yeah. Mickey sightings.
Sorta Fanatic said 2 thumbs up was on disappointment. Number of animatronics could have been more. Yeah, welcome with Mickey sightings.
yeah, I'd have to agree with Florida Fanatics from the ride. I've only seen a ride video, and the way they talked about how immersive it was going to be, there wasn't that many animatronics. You know, you went by a couple areas that showed like Hagrid and the Blast-ended Screw and Fluffy and some other stuff, but I thought there would be more too.
7 launches are on that ride. Way better than the Slinky Dog is what Florida Fanatics
What
said.
do you mean 7 launches?
It like
Seven
happens,
snacks would have been better.
it kind of like slows down and then it relaunches again.
Oh,
Like how
okay.
California Screaming launches at the beginning of it.
I don't know too much about it.
Well, you know California Screaming. You know how that
Yeah,
launches.
but I don't know about 7 launch. I didn't know that there were 7
You're
launches
going
in
like
it.
this.
My gosh.
So when are you guys planning on going on it? And because Gregory doesn't want to know too much now.
I'll probably forget about it anyway. It's okay.
That's what I was thinking.
We're going to be in Florida in 2021 when we go on our Disney
So
cruise.
that
we won't be able to make it then. So
Oh, you know what? It's supposed to get. They're supposed to tear it out and put something new for 2021.
Yeah, okay. No, 2021 we will go on it because we usually do a day at Universal Studios at some point. So that would be cool.
So as we're thinking about the 50th, what are you guys looking forward to with Disney preparing for? What are you looking forward to the 50th? So like what attractions, maybe restaurants, parks, and what they're adding to it. So Bob and Ash, what are you guys looking forward to?
What did he just ask? No, seriously, I was yawning and I didn't hear the first part of it.
He's asking what we're looking forward to at the 50th.
Oh, the 50th?
Yeah.
Tron.
Tom.
Tron.
priceless.
Isn't the Guardians supposed to be open?
And
too?
Guardians too. Guardians will be open at Epcot by then.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. That'd be very interesting.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say is the Guardians ride, the Tron ride, the Galaxy's Edge, even though it's supposed to be mirrored the same as Disneyland. So
Well, my favorite park is Epcot, and they're doing massive changes to Epcot. We're seeing that now with the Galaxy's Edge. They're building the space restaurant, which I'm really excited. I think that has to be a must on my next trip.
Oh, Travis just reminded the Runaway Railway is going to be open too.
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's right.
So Hollywood Studios is going to be a pretty nice park when all that's open and going. And they've reworked whatever the tram situation is out front. That's a mess.
I really don't like the animation that they're using for the runaway train. I just don't like.
Too Ren and Stimpy for you.
I was thinking about that, yeah. And I really wish there was a way that they could have kept the Great Movie Ride, because it was a great movie ride. I mean, the title itself talks about the movie. So they could have maybe created a different building for the Mickey ride and then kept the Great Movie Ride, because a lot of people are really disappointed that it's gone.
What I'm really interested to see in that is what kind of Easter eggs they'll have for the Great Movie Ride inside of that ride.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. That'd be cool.
So for the 50th, they're really doing most of the construction now for Hollywood Studios, because obviously Galaxy's Edge is opening. They've done Toy Story Land. They have the
oh yeah, we get to do Toy Story Land. We never been there either.
Yeah. They have the gondolas, which now go depending where you're staying.
Yep,
they go
have that
into
too.
it. Have you heard of anything else that we're possibly looking forward for the 50th?
Well, the 50th is only Walt Disney is Magic Kingdom.
But they all celebrate it though, right? They're still doing things.
I don't know. I think that's just the Magic Kingdom celebrates the 50th, because that's the Hollywood Studios just had their 30th.
Oh yeah, so they're dividing
So
it.
the 50th is just for Magic Kingdom, basically.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. I think everything else is set to open around that time or before then, but the 50th will be basically Tron and everything they do inside of Magic Kingdom.
I wonder if there's going to be a overlay on the castle.
They better do something kind of.
I know that's
overlays.
Gregory's favorite, the pink birthday cake.
No.
Yeah, I love that.
You know what? We were looking at it Sunday, going, it looks dirty.
It looked old. It needs to be freshened up
Yeah,
and
the
brighter.
Cinderella Castle needs something. It needs to be.
Disneyland is bright now, and
Yeah,
Because we were off on the side, and you looked at it, and it just looks dirty.
Yeah.
Looks old.
they gave ours a nice facelift and freshened up everything. I still haven't seen what it looks like after that, but I guess they have new turrets and stuff. So
New roof. It looks good.
oh, that's cool.
Welcome. We had
It's
pass
still
holder. It is. Welcome, pass holder Trav, and also
It's a pass holder.
Zippity Doodad Patrick. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. So
Did we miss a joke, Bob?
No, just pass holder sounded peeless when he said it.
No, it didn't.
Just could you go? What did he say?
No, because you were laughing.
Okay.
Wow.
wow.
It might have been like because maybe he had talked over me and all I heard was holder.
That's funny.
All right. So, but what I thought they were planning on doing, because they knew the 50th is going to bring so many people into it, that they wanted to add stuff to the other parks, so it would give people things to do in addition to just the Magic Kingdom. Because Epcot, we're talking about the front. I haven't heard much about the hotel that they have planned to do. I don't know if there's any still plans for that, but they are redesigning the front of it. From what I hear, they're getting rid of the communicore and they're making it into like a garden area, or I'm not sure what exactly they're doing with that.
What were the communicores again?
When you walk through, it's like where the cool station is, where you can do all those different drinks like the Beverly.
Oh yeah.
Those, I think one of them now has the meet and greets, and then the other one had that ride where you could go on it yourself. I think you designed it. Is that the one? You did what you did, and then you could test it.
Oh, that's interventions.
But they're in the building is called the Communicore,
Oh,
and they had a
okay.
Communicore East and a Communicore West. So there's going to be changes with that. You have Ratatouille, which is a really fun ride. We wrote that in Disneyland
Oh, that's gonna
Paris.
be fun too. I hope they have the restaurant at some port.
The space restaurant's supposed to open later this year, right?
Mhm.
The restaurant
really?
is really
The one that's over between Test Track and Mission Space.
Mhm.
So later this year that'll open.
We're talking about the space restaurant,
Oh,
which
okay.
is the Galaxy.
But the Ratatouille restaurant, that would be awesome if you guys got it, because the one in Paris, it makes you feel like the size of a rat. I mean, we sat with the backing, it was like a giant plate, and they have like these just giant props hanging and stuff. It just makes you feel like you're actually, the size of a rat. So it was a lot of fun.
You know what? I think Ratatouille ride has gotten really lost in the shuffle of everything
I
else
think so
because
too.
you never hear anybody talking about it, or you never hear anything really on it.
Yeah.
But that's a fun ride when you guys get to go on it. The one in Paris is connected right with the restaurant, so it's a shame if they're not going to do the restaurant. They should, and then connect it somehow.
Where normally Disney like to end rides into a gift shop, this one ends in
The restaurant.
passing the restaurant,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. Welcome, Benjamin, from PTV2, which is Pepper Tree Villa 2. So welcome.
Awesome.
And then the other park is Animal Kingdom. I really haven't heard of anything
That's my second
new
favorite
going
park.
into that park. There was rumors of another attraction going into Pandora,
They
but
should do another one.
as anything else that you guys have heard going in for the around the next 2 years?
I haven't heard anything. Really.
No, I haven't heard of
I heard
that
that same rumor about Pandora. I wish they would do something with Dinosaur, maybe make it Indiana Jones.
Well, didn't they add like new screens and stuff to that ride to kind of
Navi River.
no, to the dinosaur ride?
We haven't been on it recently. It's usually a lot of times it's down.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that they added like screens to where it kind of looks like dinosaurs are there and stuff, but it kind of like how they did with Avatar to kind of freshen it up. But I haven't been on it in a while. It's a shame because I love dinosaurs and I really wasn't that impressed with the ride. It wasn't like Indiana Jones. When you guys go on Indiana Jones and you think about dinosaur, I would be very surprised if you think dinosaur is better than Indiana Jones because there's
And
nothing
to know
like Indiana Jones.
the track is identical,
Yeah,
but the experience is completely different.
Yeah, it's completely different, and it's a lot faster and kind of crazy too. So
Florida Fanatic says Rafiki Planet Watch coming back, which is interesting because I heard there was a rumor that
they took the train now.
no, because that's not the way you can get there.
Oh, I thought they did.
What's that? Zootopia. They're supposed to build a Zootopia area based on that. So I don't know if that's still going into effect. But yeah, it's Rafiki's Planet Watches coming back, which will be interesting.
Disney Nerd said, D&G Explorers, how are you live without earphones? No feedback from sound. We haven't been using the earphones in a while, and it seems to be okay. So
I think if you have multiple people on, then you have to worry about it. Multiple meaning like 3 or 4 channels, but other than that, you're pretty safe to not worry about the feedback.
it's too hot here for earphones, so big things on my ears.
I didn't even think about that. And then
You can get smaller ones. You know that, right?
yeah, but
I mean, if we don't need them.
but we have big ears, so we need the big ones.
Yeah, no, you make me have those, and you get whatever else ones that you had. So,
But then the last park, which is going to be the special one for the 50th, is like you said, Magic Kingdom. So what are some of the things that you guys are looking forward to? That you said Tron, but what other things have you heard are going in there?
Magic Kingdom. I don't think there's anything.
No, they need to redo Tomorrowland Speedway
Yeah.
by the end of that because we just did it the other day and it's still bad.
And I heard something about Mickey's PhilharMagic. Maybe something was. Oh, I heard something about Country Bear Jamboree that they were going to replace it with a Toy Story.
what?
Yes, I heard that the other day. I don't remember where I saw it. Did anybody else hear that? Yeah.
If not, spread it around. It's all from her.
No, it makes me so sad. I love the country bears.
I know we were walking behind Big Al the other day. He was hilarious.
Yeah.
They need to leave that alone. They took it away from Disneyland, and Walt Disney World is like the collection place of the old stuff, you know.
Yeah, Woody's Roundup is what they're saying that it's going to be. That's going to be so sad.
But, you know, even if they do Woody's Roundup, they'll still have those bears as toys in there.
But they could add Woody's over to the kids area. Like, they don't need to mess with Country Bear Jamboree.
Woody's is kind of frontier land, though.
That's true.
The Toy Story land. I mean, they have a whole land with Toy Story.
That's what I think, too. And they have Buzz Lightyear, so put it over there.
Yeah.
Toy Story is, in the grand scheme of things, is going to be way more popular than Country Bear Jamborees.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
We have.
We were on it.
I like it.
Yeah, the other day she's like, "Let's go on it," and we're like,
"No, you said no."
I know. That's what I said. We were like, "No."
I like Country Bear.
If it was rain, we should have when it rained because it poured down. If we were in there, it would have been fine.
Yeah, Pepper Tree Hill. It says it's just a rumor. So, but somebody said a very reliable source. Yeah. That's sad.
Goodbye, Ruth Voorhees. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate. We also had coming into us is Liz Lennon, so thank you so much. That's one of the things that is sad with Disneyland is when Cargo's here. Happy birthday! That was good timing. I think we all need to sing Cargo happy birthday.
Yeah, like Mickey Sighting says, wait for the D23 announcement.
Happy birthday, Cargo.
When it left out of
your shirt, it's amazing.
Yeah, see, Jim said it good. Give a Woody's Roundup overhaul to the shooting gallery instead.
Yeah.
Because who actually does the shooting gallery and that stuff there?
They have that at Disneyland too. What were you saying, Derek?
When they got rid of Country Bear Jamboree at Disneyland and they put Winnie the Pooh in, it actually works in it, but it is sad because that is the idea behind it going into it was supposed to be one of the Squaw Valley, I believe, is when they were looking at it for an Olympic area, and then they were going to make Disney was going to make an attraction there at Squaw Valley. So knowing that they took that attraction and then put it into a Disney park, the history behind it is a little bit sad to see that it's gone out of Disney, and the one in Disney World is a little bit different version, but it's pretty much the same. But it's cool for us West Coast people to go to East Coast and see some of these attractions that were here at one time and no longer are there. So the Carousel of Progress, which is probably my favorite ride, just because of the uniqueness of it. The People Mover, we don't have that in California anymore. So certain things like that, for them to get rid of it would be incredibly sad.
Well, that's just like us going there to Disneyland. We're looking forward to Mr. Toad's,
Snow White,
and the other rides that we don't have here anymore.
Yeah. I agree with Pepper Tree Villa. They said, do they really need another Toy Story attraction? They already have Buzz Lightyear at MK and a whole land in Disney Hollywood Studios. So I personally don't think they should do it. And then I keep forgetting, do you ever look back, Derek, when you're in the Winnie the Pooh ride at Disneyland? If you can even turn yourself when you're in those things, you're supposed to see all three of the heads that they have in the Country Bear Jamboree in the back as like an homage to the ride. So if you can turn yourself to see it, which I never think about doing, and it's really hard to turn yourself anyway on those, then you can see it. I've seen it in a video though, and it's very dark. I don't think they're really lit up. But yeah,
they left them in there where they were from.
Real
quick,
were
we
on
also
that
had.
area on the show.
I don't think so. RVing to Disney. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us. We have Dole Whip Dad Jeff. I can't talk. Dole Whip Dad Jeff. Thank you for joining us. He asked where I got this.
He said who, where, and how.
This was done through one of the Facebook things. When you look and there's links, and they had a link for
Oh,
Starbucks
yeah.
on it.
I
So,
forgot all about
yeah,
that.
so it says Starbucks coffee on
Yeah.
it, so it's pretty cool.
Facebook comes out with some cool shirts, but sometimes you don't know where they're being sent from,
Exactly.
which is kind of scary. But then when we get them, they're usually pretty good. So
Jamie's also heading out. I believe it's Jamie. It might be Sharon from Sharon X's. So thank you. And again, you guys check all these great channels out. AGC Magic TV is popping in. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. But definitely check these channels out. Everyone who has a channel in here, we got some really good channels that are in here tonight. So thank you so much. There's a lot of people going live tonight. So the fact that you guys are in here watching us,
yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
I remember Jim yesterday he said that they changed the what is it called, Monster Laughing Floor? Is that what it's called? They changed the sign.
They went retro with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't remember how it really looked.
I think it's like an homage to the old sign for the original thing that was there. I can't remember it right off the bat, but it's in the same shape, whatever that was there before.
Yeah, I don't know what was there. Do you know if they were doing anything with the old Stitch building?
Are they doing meet and greets in there?
Somebody on here had just said Wreck-It Ralph. Somebody
thought
that'd be good.
Yeah, they could do like the Penelope candy car racer type of a thing. It could be like a virtual.
I think since it's Tomorrowland, it might be more directed towards the internet one. You know what I mean?
We haven't seen that one yet.
No spoilers. Everybody dies.
what?
It's a joke from earlier. They'll
it didn't do very well in the theater, which is sad. It wasn't as good as the first one, I was told, but I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, so it wasn't.
Jeff is liking Crush up there next to Orangeburg.
Yeah, I like that Crush.
Dude.
Thank you to Travis for that.
Now.
And it's. Do you notice that Disney thinks that their movies are failures? Like if they don't make back most of their money the first opening weekend, they'll say, "Oh, it didn't do well at the box office because they didn't make back what they thought they would on the first weekend." Well, I think you have plenty of time to make back your money, so it doesn't mean it's like a bad movie.
Yeah, you got DVDs and all that. So yeah,
well, people are going to go Disney streaming just for that stuff too.
Yeah, like it might be a bad example, but Dark Phoenix for an example. Disney owns Marvel. So, and they also now own Fox. Well, this is the last Fox-owned X-Men movie. New Mutants, I think, might be the official last one, but that might even be pushed to Netflix, they're saying now. So that thing's been pushed so much. But that Dark Phoenix wasn't a bad movie, but it's not doing well. And I think a lot of people are just kind of copycatting what critics are saying and stuff. It wasn't a total lost movie. It was fun, and it's an X-Men movie. So I mean, what do you really want from a movie like that? But it's a bad movie.
Yeah, sure.
Are you?
Do you want to build a snowman?
You're trying to do that again so they can see it. We'll mute it so that.
Do you want to build a snowman? Greg thinks it's not family friendly.
I don't. Yeah.
Ashley's like, I don't know about wearing that to the park.
I think it's a hilarious shirt.
I love the shirt.
I love it too, but yeah.
It wasn't family friendly.
Well, if you're cutting off Olaf's head.
His head falls off in the.
Yeah, I was gonna say his head's always falling off, or his nose, or something, right?
Yeah.
You know what time I think it is, Greg?
So Jim said
I think it's time. Yeah, it's time for
chat check.
Rob G, why more sunshine, please? More sunshine, please.
Life is but a dream. I think you said that one. So chase those storms away.
Join the Sunshine Nation.
Yes, join the Sunshine Nation.
We had Alan Roberts, aka Gallantly Streaming. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Cargo said, nice shirt. Actually, I think she's talking about the other one, but this is a very nice shirt too. Thank you, Cargo.
So this shirt was actually somebody on Instagram sent it, right? I'll see if I can find it real quick. Their official name. You can keep talking though.
I'm looking at
See
the
that,
the
guys?
chat on here.
So D23 is coming up. We have less than
That's
2
it.
months away. It seems like it might be about 2 months. So I'm looking forward to that also. Is there something in particular that you're most looking forward to on D23?
I'm looking to all the special drinks they have there.
Oh gosh.
And at Disneyland, they have a lot of alcoholic drink. No, I'm kidding. I'm actually looking. We've never had a chance to go to D23 before, so just to experience it. We're only planning on being there one day, which is going to be Saturday, and that day's already sold out.
Because we're doing 2 days at the parks.
I don't know if the other days are, which are Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't know if Friday and Sunday is currently sold out, but Saturday is, so that tells me it's going to be insane. So I'm not expecting to possibly get into any panels, but I just want to experience it. We are going with Jim from More Sunshine, Please. We're going to meet Bob and Ashley there. Juan Rodriguez is going to meet us for dinner one time. Pepper Treeville is going to meet us in Disneyland. So Jim and our friend Chris, who's gone with us, they haven't either been to Disneyland in a very long time or have never been. So for us being able to show them around, which we call our park.
Jim hasn't been there since he was little.
That's going to be the exciting part of it. And that's what I'm probably looking forward to the most. It's always cool seeing people look at things the first time.
Yeah.
We also have Kyle's vlog here. Welcome, Kyle.
Welcome. I love to see like people go to the park for the first time, like if we're hanging out and stuff, and you know they've never been, because it makes you think back of when you first went and how it felt. It's going to be different for everybody, but that's just going to be more exciting. So in a way, this is Jim's first time going as far as him remembering, right? Because he said he doesn't remember anything when he was little. So
Bob and Ash, what are you guys looking forward to with D23?
Bob and Ash's first time too.
We've never been, so I'm not even sure what to expect. I just feel like I don't know if it's like kind of like a Comic-Con thing or
yeah, because you've seen some.
Know.
The most I've seen on it is the streams that Adam the Woo kept getting into.
Right, and I know they released today some merchandise, a bunch of pins, but I doubt you'll even get your hands on them because they're giving priority people that bought. There's a special tier ticket
for D23.
For D23, if they bought that, they get the first chance at all the merchandise.
And you know they're going to buy it up.
Right.
But I'm looking forward just to the experience and hear what's all the new stuff.
Right.
Because there's going to be a parks day, there's going to be a movies day, and I'm excited for all that.
But I've heard like the merch line is like 3 or 4 hours long.
Yeah. We've seen it because it's in like one of the halls and it's got taped on the floor. Line just goes back and forth, back and forth. Just looking for the experience.
Yeah.
Have you guys been to Disneyland before?
No, they haven't.
Neither one of us have been. So we're very excited about that.
So the only thing we like to say, and you guys might have heard us say this before, is people who have come from Walt Disney World to Disneyland, they often get disappointed just because of the sheer size of it and how small Disneyland and everything is compacted and everything is built up around the park, which is where the concept of Walt Disney World came from. So know that it's going to be a different experience. To me, you're walking through history, going through Disneyland because that's Walt's park. It's going to be smaller, more intimate. The castle, you'll stand on the railroad and you'll like, is that the castle out there in the distance? So it's just a unique, different experience for those who try to compare it from Disney World. Disney World has so much more to offer, but Disneyland is unique. Our favorite parks are Disneyland, Disney California Adventures, Disneyland, Epcot, and then Disney California Adventures would be my top 3, and that's including the rest of them, and also in Disneyland Paris, which are the 3 resort areas that we met up. So they're still, to me, very high up there, not just because they're more local for us and more familiar. They just have a special place in our hearts for that.
Yeah, actually, when we get done tonight, we're going to be going over, besides the one place where we know we're going to eat that night, we're going to go over everywhere else we want to eat for the week and make our reservations.
I'm just really excited for it. I'm excited because there's so many different rides. I mean, that's how you have to look at it. There's still some classic, different rides.
Well, rides we've never been on.
Right.
Period.
So we're very excited.
We'll recommend some things to you.
Well, and what's so cool is, I mean, Disney World, you can book your dining reservations 6 months in advance. Disneyland, you can only do it 60 days in advance.
Right.
You can't do your fast pass at Disneyland until you're literally in the park. And if you get the max pass, everybody has to be in the park, and you can book them for Disneyland and California Adventure, but you do that the day of it. In Walt Disney World, you either do it 30 or 60. So amazing how all this stuff, you know, the differences between them. It's almost as if they're two different companies, the way they run Disneyland and Walt Disney World.
Alan Roberts, aka Gallantly Streaming, just came on, so welcome. Thank you for joining us.
And we don't know when the D23 tickets arrive.
Right. Yeah.
Hopefully soon, because it's less than 2 months away, or it's 2 months away now.
And do you guys recommend doing park hoppers, a park hopper, adding that to our tickets?
Yes.
Because see, the big thing is with staying at the hotel, it's what, Sunday and Monday is California Adventure
Right.
early magic hours. Tuesday and Thursday is Disneyland. So out of those 5 days we'll be there, the only early days for Galaxy's Edge will be Tuesday,
And
Thursday.
Because I think you're going to be there for what, 5 days?
5-day tickets.
Yeah, for the park. So unless you get Disneyed out, which I can't possibly imagine actually ever being Disneyed out. Excuse me. I think that you're going to want to do things more than once. So like if you're in Disneyland, you might have the urge to go to California Adventures for something, but if you don't have a fast pass, if you don't have a park hopper, then you're gonna have to wait till whatever day you actually go there. So we like choices, so we like to do the park hopper. Really, we could do both parks and go on everything we want to go on within one day if we really wanted to. But you guys are taking your time, which is good. You're going to be there for 5 days in the parks, but we'd still recommend a park hopper. Just so you can have choices.
And we would say the Disney Max Pass, because the Disney Max Pass, which is an additional $15.
Yeah, you get the photos and
you get the
everything.
photos, and you can be at California Adventure, and you can book attractions in Disneyland. So you don't have to go through. Other than that, it's like the old. Well, pretty much it's the old system. You have to go to the attraction and put your card into it. So yeah, we definitely recommend doing the Max Pass too. It just makes it a lot easier. But there's some attractions too. Like if you're gonna go to California Adventure, don't get a fast pass for
the car racers. It's not worth it.
As soon as it drops, you can book a fast pass somewhere else. Get on the car racers, because there's 30 minutes before any fast pass users are allowed it.
Yeah.
So you're just dealing with solo passengers, and then you have the line going through.
The line goes pretty fast in the morning.
So
we
that's what
just
we do.
recommend going in the morning early.
Yeah, that way, and then you can maybe do Guardians of the Galaxy and go on and get a fast pass for that. So
well,
that's how at Magic Kingdom the other day we were on Buzz, Space Mountain, and Tomorrowland Speedway all within the first hour.
Yeah.
When we got there.
Stays open longer than California Adventures, so then you guys have that. If you can have longer time at the parks with your park hopper. When Disney California Adventures closes, you can go back to the Magic Kingdom and get your money's worth.
Real quick to congratulate Adventures of David and Aaron.
Yeah.
They just reached 501 subscribers. So great job. Very good. Pepper Crivella said parks are just 300 feet away from each other, so definitely do park hoppers.
It's like a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Cat Rose says, so you have to pay for each park. You do, and unfortunately. Let's see. I don't know if I missed something because the chat jumped.
Disney Nerd Herders, did you guys do a Fast Pass vlog for Disneyland? I don't think we've ever done a vlog. When we do vlog, we usually have a.
I think we talked about that on a live one, but I'm not sure if we did do it.
Yeah.
We were actually talking about that, doing a video for people coming from like Disney World, that's used to Disney World, going to Disneyland, and how to use the Max Pass and all that. So we'll probably do that too.
The Disney Max Pass is done through the Disneyland app on your phone. So you have to download the app in order to make it work.
I think the feeling with because I like the feeling of how the park is at Disneyland at night. And when I think of Magic Kingdom at night, it's a totally different feeling. I think it's maybe just because of the layout. But I just have memories of Disneyland at night, like waiting in line for Space Mountain, not doing a fast pass, and just like taking in the atmosphere and everything. We haven't done that in a while because we usually just use the fast pass. But just the feeling of the nighttime at Disneyland is a lot different. Going on Thunder Mountain at nighttime, it seems to be faster. And then the last hill on that ride, there's just something about it that is kind of magical because you can kind of oversee everything before you do your last, going down off the hill. So just little things like that are different for me than what they are at Magic Kingdom. So
I actually wanted to go because we've never done it. We've never closed out the park and been like the last people on Main Street to get that picture. But I want to do it. I want to do it at Disneyland.
Yeah, that's what we did. So that would be special for you guys if you get to do that.
Cat Rose also asked, "Is that the same in Disney World about the tickets?" Yes. You can either do one park. There's 4 theme parks in Walt Disney World. There's 2 theme parks in Disneyland Resort. You can either buy individual park tickets or you can buy a park hopper. Usually the longer you stay, the passes are less expensive.
But with that, even how big Disney World is, with a park hopper, you can do one ride at each park in one day, no problem. You can go to each park, probably do 2 rides in each park with walk-on rides in all 4 parks. So it's kind of cool.
But I don't think you could see all 4 parks.
No, you're not going to see the whole parks, but you could actually go to all 4 parks and just go in and do a ride, go to the next one. So
Jim just asked a question. I don't know if this is for each of us, Jim, or just all together. D&G Explorers, if you could only show me 3 things in the DL parks, which 3 would you choose? That's very hard to answer.
what's your top 3 favorite things?
Huh?
What's your top 3 favorite things?
Well, is that 3 things for each of us or as a whole? Because that's going to make it even harder if it's as a whole. So
we'll do attractions.
Well, just 3 things, he said. So
how about 3 things each?
Okay. So I would say what I was just saying before, Thunder Mountain at night. At least Thunder Mountain. Space Mountain, you're probably going to have to fast pass that one, unfortunately, which kind of takes away from the experience that I feel at nighttime. But Thunder Mountain at night is something that you have to experience. Disneyland popcorn during the fireworks show is another thing. And there's just something about it. That's my go-to snack when I watch the fireworks show. So the fireworks show, I will say, is the second one. And there's something about seeing it from the back of the castle. They rope off most of Fantasyland, but just seeing it, although you're kind of like going back and forth because there's stuff going on behind you and stuff going on in front of you, which is the front of the castle. So you can either do it that way or the front of the castle, but popcorn during the show. And then I would say the Nemo submarine ride is one of my favorite rides because I love the music. Hopefully you're not claustrophobic because you're in there for a while.
I think for me, one would be Space Mountain. Space Mountain is an awesome version of it, and to compare it to Disney World, you can't compare the 2. Space Mountain is awesome. I would say Cars Land is a must, and the uniqueness of Cars Land, since it's not in any other Disney park, is a must. And then I would say the World of Color. The World of Color is another unique show, which is in Disney California Adventure, and it's very emotional. It's very amazing. Jim. So those would be my 3. I mean, there's so many things to look at in Disney, but those are just probably 3 that I would say.
You know what
Jim, what's wrong with you?
You know what I'm really looking forward to is seeing the fireworks from Galaxy's Edge. I've seen some videos where the fireworks that looks pretty cool over the Millennium Falcon in the background. That's pretty cool.
None of us have seen that, so that would be cool to experience. Yeah.
AGC Magic TV said the rides Disney World does not have. Jim reversed it. He said great picks, and then he said he gives it a 2 out of 10.
I know, right? I know it was a good movie, but I gave it an 8 out of 10. It was, you know, it was okay, but I gave it 8 out of 10.
Disney Herder says, do they cram 4 parks worth of rides into 2 parks in DL? Disneyland actually has more attractions than the other parks. California Adventure has less, but it's been growing with the addition of Cars Land. They're going to have the Marvel Land. But
wait, Disneyland has more attractions than any of the other parks, including Walt Disney World?
Single parks. So Magic Kingdom compared to Disneyland.
Oh, okay, you didn't say
Disneyland
that.
has more attractions.
I'm like, wait, what?
Resort. So no, I don't think they do cram into it. I think it's more of time, and then the time of them expanding, adding New Orleans Squared, adding different things into the park. I think that's where it's more so than Walt Disney World. And then Walt Disney World has 4 parks, so a lot of the attractions spread out. So, but I wouldn't really say it's got 4 theme parks worth of rides into it.
Well, when you be prepared, you guys, when you go on the Fantasyland rides, because personal space isn't so personal when you're waiting in line, because they're so small. Like when you get inside of, say, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, it's literally like just a snake, and they're so like close quarters. I mean, literally, if you turned around, you probably bump into the next person. So if you like your personal space, be prepared to maybe meet some new friends, because.
Well, do you remember how Space Mountain used to be at Disney World?
Where when you would sit on the ride, you would sit. It was just like
like a log float,
and you would sit three together. Like there was no space.
Chest to back.
Yeah.
Isn't it like that still?
No, it's not like that now. That's how it used to be. Yeah, now it'd be a lawsuit, I think.
But now you still sit in front of each other, but you have your
own, you're in your own seat.
Individual
seat. Yeah. Okay.
A warning
that's
for you,
how
Bob, is
Matterhorn
don't ride the Matterhorn unless you want to throw out your back.
My back's always out.
Adventures of.
I gave him tips on the Matterhorn. If you keep your back straight and kind of up. Off.
Yeah, you said like this, right?
No.
Just ride it like this?
You look like you're in traction or something. No, if you keep your back up and straight, you should be fine. You know, it is a rickety ride, but at least go on it once. You have to try it. I think it's a cool ride.
David and Aaron asked, is the price of Epcot the same as Walt Disney World? I think he means Magic Kingdom, which is a Disneyland sister park, is a Magic Kingdom. The Magic Kingdom is a little bit more expensive, right? But it's not a whole lot more expensive. But the prices can vary depending on
the day.
It is, yeah.
It's different for us because we've always dealt in annual passes, so we don't see that day-to-day ticket price.
Right.
But it depends on the day and if it's a busy day or not. The prices
do go up.
Yeah, peak day. But you're still over $100 for each of them per day, I think, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
The prices to Disneyland parks are more expensive than the prices daily to the Magic Kingdom parks, or sorry, the Walt Disney World parks, because there's less there in Disneyland. But it's, I don't know, I was going with that, but just in general, the 2 Disney parks, if you're going to do 1-day pass, they're a lot more, because if we were going to get into Galaxy's Edge, we would have had to spend $150 for Disneyland that day, which is insane. I don't think the prices are that high in Magic Kingdom.
No. Maybe 120 at the most, I think.
Yeah.
Like Jim just said, the current prices are 109.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Anything else that you wanted to add?
No, I think that well, we didn't really talk too much about the dining packages being upped in price in 2020. I didn't get to read that article really, but I guess they're going up in 2020. Yeah. So I mean, Disney's just bumping everything up. It's like every year. It's like be prepared because sometime during that year, they're gonna bump everything
Well, and
up.
also in California, the minimum wage is jumping up to like $15, so that's going to bring the prices up on.
So you're really not getting anything out of it bumping up because they raise the prices anyway. So you're not saving money or getting anything extra, which is sad.
It is definitely sad.
But yeah, and we look forward to D23. New movies coming out. Still got summer left. You got Toy Story 4. You got Spider-Man, which is Marvel and Disney.
Did you hear that crazy thing? Toby Hooper, who directed Texas Chainsaw Massacre, almost directed a Spider-Man before Sam Raimi did, and it was going to be a horror movie.
Oh.
Spider-Man was going to have 8 arms and legs and shoot radiation out of his hands.
Are you being serious?
They didn't really know what to do with the character, but they were going to make it into a horror movie.
Yeah, that would have been horrible.
Yeah, that would have killed it.
Yeah. Oh, we did forget about one thing. I don't know when it's opening, but they demolished Bugs Land, so Bugs Land got squashed. Get it? And they're renovating the It's Tough to Be a Bug building. So now if you want to see that show, we got to go all the way to Florida under the Tree of Life, which I don't think we've actually done that one there, have we?
I've done it.
Maybe I've done it once, but yeah, so they're going to, I don't know if they're calling it Marvel Land or what they're going to call it, but that's supposed to be finished sometime, I think, next year or the year after. I forget what date, but yeah, they're going to have a Spider-Man attraction along with Tony Stark in it, and I think most, if not all, the Avengers, and then they'll have other separate rides.
Oh, that'd be cool if they brought the ride that I forget what overseas park it is, but it's where Tony as Iron Man pulls the cart with him, pulls the I forget what it's called. It's something. It's a Tony centric ride, but you're on something and like he shoots like a tow line to you and he pulls you your
I think
cart.
that's in Shanghai.
Shanghai, yeah, it looks pretty cool.
When we go there someday. There was a rumor that they were going to have a Captain America roller coaster at ours at Disneyland. I don't know where they would fit that, so I don't know if that's. I don't know too much other than that Spider-Man attraction that they're doing with the Avengers and it's have to be a bug building. But other than that,
Well, the good thing is Disney. Look what they did with the emotional whirlwind ride that's coming. They put it inside of Incredicoaster, so they'll find spots to do stuff.
That used to be Flick's Flyers at Bugs Land, and then they flew the whole park to France, I believe it was, and they redid it, and then now it just opened not too long ago. So it's really a repurposed ride, but it's still cool. So
we have Kelly Haston joined us. Welcome. And then AGC Magic TV is heading out. So thank you so much, AGC, for joining us tonight.
They also have
Travis is going to MK right now.
Jesse's Carousel. It used to be a Little Mermaid one at the boardwalk, so you guys can see that too. So, but that Marvel Land is really going to merge everything together because right now the old Tower of Terror is the centric part for where Marvel and all that is going to be. So once everything's done, it'll flow nicely into each area. So it'll be cool.
See, there's little things I'm excited for, like that about the abominable snowman treats, whatever that is. I'm looking forward to that green and yellow treat, whatever it is.
You gotta try. Oh yeah, it's yellow with the blue. I think it's inside or around it. We tried it. It was really good.
It's little stuff like that that I can't think of right now that I'm really excited for.
Pictures of David and Aaron asked, can you purchase, like in California, can you purchase 2 to 3 day passes in the parks at the grocery store?
Yep. For us?
I don't know. I don't think so. At the convenience store, can you, like a grocery store, can you purchase tickets? Yeah, you have it. Like grocery stores, they have like as a gift card, like a gift card.
Yeah, it's more.
You can purchase that.
Yeah, Jim just answered too. You can purchase them right at the grocery store right now. I would recommend to delegate a day at MK, Epcot, and Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, and that's hard. And the one thing to remember, Walt Disney World, you have to plan way out in advance. So if you're going to be staying on Disney property, then you can book your fast pass 60 days in advance. If you're staying off-site, you can book them 30 days in advance, which you can't do until you're in the park in Disneyland. If you're in Disneyland, you have to do it the day that you're there. So that's a little bit different mindset if you're used to going to Disneyland. You can book your dining reservation 6 months in advance, which you can only do 60 days at Disneyland. So it's a totally different mindset. And if you're going for 3 days, it is tough because you're only probably going to see about maybe 30% of the resort, because there's Disney Springs, there's 2 water parks, there's so much that you could possibly miss by doing a dirty one.
Oh wow!
What the heck?
Where
did that
did
come
your
from?
mind go?
That
Wow. Okay.
short
There's no
one.
salvaging that.
I have no idea where I was going with that one. My God, a short one is what I meant, but
Do a dirty one. Okay.
Well, see, that's the problem. The big thing about the fast passes here is all those people in the resorts, they snag them. It's like your e-ticket, your main e-ticket attractions here. It's hard to get a fast pass for.
See, that's what the dirty one is. That's what he was talking about, right? Yeah. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to add, or any news, or anything upcoming that you want to share?
I think we're just excited for D23 and Disneyland, and Mickey's Not So Scary. Like
it's gonna be a crazy week.
We got some really good stuff coming up that I'm really excited for.
We still have never done the Not So Scary. We've done the Christmas thing at Walt Disney World, but we haven't done any of those here. So we need to do that at some point.
The one there sells out quick.
Yeah.
Because you don't have ours. It's like Halloween's like 8 months.
It starts
long. It seems like it starts in August. And it goes to what, November 1st.
Yeah.
Yours, it starts in like, you only have like a month.
Yeah.
Well, do you have anything else?
I don't. We've been on for an hour and 35 minutes. Where did the time go?
Thank you for sticking with us.
Yes. So, as you guys like to close your shows,
you are definitely cut off.
It's how do you guys like to close your shows, and what would last words for you guys?
Well, we'd just like to thank you for having us on here as guests, and say it right.
Well, that too, and I think like we started saying is there's so many people out there, so many channels, so many videos. Thank you for choosing to watch one of ours.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
And don't waste a day.
Every day is a gift.
That's the saying that we like to from you guys.
That's how we end our shows, and our videos. Is that what you're trying to say, Derek?
Yes.
So
Not how we end our channel. How we end our channel is this will be our last video.
did I say it again?
Huh?
No.
Did
I said no. You won't. You caught yourself.
I didn't realize that. Even when you told me that twice, I'm thinking, huh? And then like, oh, I got it now.
Well, we really appreciate you guys
Yes.
being on the show, and it was your first official time being on it, just you and us and Disney chat. So it was a lot of fun, and we
It was
appreciate
fun.
it, and we'd love to do it again sometime.
I love interrupting you guys.
You're not interrupting; it's just going back and forth with each
Now
other.
you see what she goes through every
Every day.
video.
No, this is every day.
Every day, yeah.
It's okay.
Pepper Trivella said they can't wait to meet you in August in person.
Yeah.
We're gonna have such a good time.
I know. We're
with
looking
everybody.
forward to meeting so many new friends. It's gonna be fun.
Especially with all you people that know Disneyland too.
Right.
So it's kind of like people come here to Walt Disney World for the first time, and they're pretty much on their own.
Right.
It's not, but we're gonna have so many people that are gonna be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, you got to do this. You got to see this."
Well,
It's gonna be awesome.
pros by the time you meet us, because you'll be here for most of your trip already. So
Yeah, we'll show you around.
there you go.
I mean, you can always come earlier.
We wish we could. But we don't have the money or the time.
We're paying for cruises. Remember.
Sorry.
Disney Nerd Herder says no live shows this Sunday because they normally go live Sunday morning. Well, for us on the West Coast Sunday morning. We will be live from Walt Disney World every morning and night starting Saturday. That's the plan, Stan. So good job. We can't wait to see what's coming from you guys. So as we like to end our shows.
Have you been saying shoes or something?
I don't know.
Okay.
We're still
No, it all started. Hold on. It all started because he goes, "How do you like to end your channel?" And then I texted him. I said, "How do you like to end your shows?" And he's like, "We like to say, as Walt said." I said, "No. How do you end your show or your video?" Then he finally caught it. I think I had to call you and tell you, right?
You did, and I was like still thinking. And then and they asked, "So what did you mean by that?" And I was like, "Oh, duh." Now I know what you mean by it. But what do we have coming up? We have we'll have a cruise show next week. We're working on a few videos. We're doing the battle of Disney Cruise Line versus NCL Cruise Line. We do have a couple of videos that we never released from Disneyland, including the burger that looked like a Mickey burger with 2 sliders on it. I forgot the name of it, but
Oh, cool.
You guys might be able to try that. So a few things coming up. But Gregory, I think that's about it. Anything you want to add?
Oh, if you want to check out a special, Ashley, I don't even know if Ashley knows I posted this because she's not an official member of our Facebook group.
Yeah, I wasn't invited to the Facebook group.
But I posted a clip that we missed from the cruise when Stacy sent us the strawberries. So I posted on our Facebook page. So it's a 1.5-minute clip. It's kind of cool if you want to join our Facebook group, Bob and Ashley.
Awesome.
Sorry,
What are you doing?
I just hit something wrong and I didn't mean to do that. Oh, definitely. Yes, you guys have recently done your a YouTube or a Facebook channel and it's growing. So definitely check their channel out on that. Greg, any final words before we leave?
Just looking forward to meeting you guys. It's going to be awesome. So
thank you so much for being on it. Ashley, we're glad that you were able to join the show with us.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, they kept asking like every couple of minutes, where were you?
They didn't.
The dog barked, Ashley?
Somebody said, "Mama's home."
So with that, Explorers,
and our show,
as Walt Disney says,
we are just getting started. Everybody have a nice night.
Good night, guys.
Bye.